Remedies for Jupiter. Astrologer Aditya Guruji. Jupiter placed in beneficial disposition in any horoscope would give positive results in the following areas: good path, good character, benevolent nature, spiritual inclination, purity of thoughts, children, money, elephant, well-built body, affection, biggest in anything, turmeric or yellow, life, spirituality without opposition, bank, judiciary, research, financial institutions, money-spinning avenues, temples, minister, teaching, religion, yoga, sweet taste, palace, Brahmin, temple and religious environment, goldsmith, fair debate, depth of knowledge, luck, Brahman the supreme, not owning anything, asceticism, crores of money, service of Lord Shiva, building temple, priest, good-natured spouse, golden color, gold, soothsaying, shastra, luxury, fortune, money lending, grocery store, navadanya, 9 cereals, chana dal, chickpeas, departmental store etc., would be signified by a powerful Jupiter. When Jupiter is rendered powerless, then he would confer the exactly opposite results to the significations as mentioned above. For example, while a powerful Jupiter would create a theist, a powerless Jupiter would raise an atheist. Natives born in movable ascendants like Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn are the complete beneficiaries of Jupiter's Hamsa Yoga. Dual ascendants like Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini and Virgo are also bestowed with this yoga, but due to Kendradapathiya dosha this yoga would not be giving full benefits. For movable ascendants, Jupiter bestows Hamsa Yoga by occupying the exalted position in Cancer, while for dual ascendants, he gives the same yoga by being placed in Sagittarius or Pisces. As this arrangement adds strength to Jupiter, his positive significations would be granted enormously to the native. To the natives born in dual ascendants, Jupiter would give complete benefits only when he is placed in the ascendant. In fact, to any ascendant, placement of Jupiter in the ascendant is a very favorable condition. Though it is true that a natural benefic occupying the ascendant is rewarding, Jupiter's placement in the ascendant gives all the more positive results due to his placement with Digbala, the second most important strength amongst the Shadbala, which is equivalent to placement in own house or exaltation. The positive effects double when Jupiter is in an alignment to give Hamsa Yoga and also happens to be in Digbala. At the same time, an exalted Mars or an exalted Saturn should not aspect the exalted Jupiter. This arrangement would harm the yoga and dilute the results. As Jupiter does neither attain ownership nor exaltation in angular houses to the natives born in fixed ascendants like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio or Aquarius, Jupiter does not bestow Hamsa Yoga to these natives. But Jupiter would still shower favors, when placed in 5th or 9th houses to these ascendants. When Jupiter is associated with the 10th house or the house of profession, he would give income through chit business, chit fund, banking or judiciary. Jupiter makes one shine in judiciary. While the blessings of Saturn are essential for one to be a lawyer, one needs the support of Jupiter to occupy the highest position in judicial, that is, to become a judge. All the noteworthy judges in the world history revered for their landmark judgments would have had a powerful Jupiter in their horoscopes. Jupiter creates a straightforward, ethical, honest judge who does not falter in his judgment. A native with a powerful Jupiter in horoscope will never breach his conscience to support mistakes. If Saturn would make one a lawyer capable of arguing the case of his client, even if he is fully aware that his client is guilty, Jupiter in association with Saturn would listen to the arguments put forth and use his discretion to either penalize or release the accused. Jupiter is the significator for teaching profession. As the name suggests, Jupiter is the creator of fellow teachers, who are able to impart all their skills to their disciples. Teachers in a school, lecturers and professors in a college are all recipients of Jupiter's favor. If someone shines as a teacher, it can be inferred that Jupiter is powerful in his horoscope, as Jupiter's color is golden yellow. Anything golden or yellow are his significations. Jupiter is also the significator of gold. Jewelers, goldsmiths and all others, who earn through gold worldwide, owe their livelihood to Jupiter. The fluctuation in the gold rate is also dependent on the strength of Jupiter. Jupiter is the significator for one to earn through spiritual means. Jupiter must be powerful to priests and other staff running the temple, who offer services to God. Also, the shopkeepers in the vicinity of famous temples selling pictures, photographs, pamphlets on the temple and other religious items, would have Jupiter associated with the 10th house or would be the lord of the ascendant. For running a wholesale marketplace for Navadanya, 9 cereals, including rice, pulses and other grocery items, departmental stores and places where all types of items are sold, it is essential to have the association of the businessman, Mercury with Jupiter along with the house of profession. When Mercury and Jupiter are associated with Subhuva, beneficence, in the 10th house, as Mercury is the proliferator of skill and Jupiter makes one an exceptional teacher, this combination creates builders of educational institutions. To run a very big engineering college or a teacher's training institute, it is essential to have the association of Jupiter and Mercury with the 10th house in the horoscope of the native. But to run a medical college, Jupiter, Mercury and Mars should be associated with the house of profession. More than all these, Jupiter bestows one with the good fortune of childbirth, bringing out the ultimate meaning of one's living. If Jupiter is strong in one's horoscope, then his children would be well placed. When the dazzle of a powerful Jupiter is passing, then his children would be in a good status. One would receive good news about his children during Jupiter dazzle. As Jupiter is also the significator of finance and progeny, Jupiter dazzle in old age would bestow income through children and also peaceful living. At the same time, if Jupiter happens to be placed in 6th or 8th houses or in inimical house or in debilitation or in the aspect of malefics like Saturn and Rahu or in total Kendradopathy or he would lose the ability to give either money or progeny. Under these circumstances, if the lord of house of progeny or the lord of 5th house is also weak, then it would be difficult for the native to beget a successor. Formal remedies for Jupiter. When Jupiter is weak in any horoscope, then it would do good to visit Alangudi near Kumbakonam, the primary place of worship for Jupiter amongst the worship sites for Navagras, 9 planets, to seek his blessings. As our sages have insisted that any remedial measure would be fully beneficial only when done on the day of one's birth star, it is correct to visit the temples for performing such remedies on the day when the star is the same as one's birth star. Also, the time we spend at temples is also important in strengthening the planet. As indicated by the sages, to spend a night at Sri Kalahasti temple wherein Kanapa donated his eyes, to overcome the hurdles. Similarly, one should spend at least 1 jamam or 2.5 hours inside the Alangudi temple. For those living at Chennai, visiting Arul Mayuramanadhiswara temple at Pora, built by great man Sekizar about 1000 years ago, every Thursday would reward one with undiminished blessings of Jupiter. This place is also revered as Vadu Alangudi, North Alangudi. To those belonging to southern districts, visiting Tirachenda, city fondled by waves, the holy abode of the reigning Almighty, Senthil and Ava, who preached to his own father, would reward one with the blessings of Jupiter. There are other innumerable temples like Agasthyaswara temple at Padi, then Kudithithai etc., wherein Jupiter's blessings could be received. When Jupiter is weakened due to debilitation or association with Rahu, then the best remedies would be to donate laddus, having his taste and color at the sanctum of Dakshinamurthy, gifting gold for making of Mars Yam, Mars Sutra, or other yellow-colored objects to others are good remedies. But, when Jupiter is powerful or in Nichabanga Yoga arrangement, then such items should not be donated, as remedies are related to the place of worship, color, grain, vehicle, gemstone and nature of a planet. Feeding an elephant on a Thursday during the hora of Jupiter, with its favorite foods, would nullify the putredos malefic combination leading to absence of birth of a progeny.